And I take it and I thought, I'm going to go take a jacuzzi. And the next thing I know, I'm outside naked and I look for my jacuzzi for 2 hours. I was lost at night by myself.
That is not what I thought you were going to say. That is so funny. I can't.
Telling you, it's your fault again.
Hey stoners, welcome back. This is a Mother's Day episode, and we have one of my mom's besties, also one of my besties, Susie, on the podcast today.
And
hey,
the
Suze.
ultimate mother.
Yeah, I mean, like between the two of y'all, I feel, you know,
Yeah.
I know.
Right?
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're, yeah.
like between
We
the
s-
two of you, all my friends are like, I want your mom to be my mom and Susie to be
Yeah.
my mom.
And we are.
We are.
Yeah.
Forever for so many girls.
Yeah. We're good at it.
We are good
I
at
know.
it. We're really good at it.
It's going to be something that's really a dying breed. We are a dying
I
breed.
know. It's true.
It is.
It
You
really
guys
is
are
true.
too
It feels
funny.
like that.
How long have we known Suze?
I was trying to think about that yesterday. I'm thinking like Noah was probably what, like 12?
No, younger.
You think younger?
I think Molly was 11, y'all.
Oh, so Noah would have
And
been
Noah would have been 9. Mhm.
Damn.
that is when she started.
old
I
is
think
Noah
riding.
now?
Miley was 12.
I was probably 20.
But it's been a long time.
So like,
Mhm.
and
I bet 15 years. we've known
Yes.
Susie.
so Susie and I met doing horses with our girls. Susie's daughter Molly, gosh, freaking incredible rider. Molly was the star of the barn.
To us.
So, and Noah was younger than Molly.
Mhm.
And so all those younger girls just looked up to her so much. And that, I forget, we were just there like first day and I saw Susie.
I know.
And we started talking and that was that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so crazy.
After that, every single horse show became a sleepover
Yep.
before and after.
it was
And
so-
besties.
It was
I
just
know.
fun.
I know.
It really was fun. I was saying though, like, I would have been a much better horse show mom had I smoked pot then.
Were you smoking pot then?
Interesting.
No.
No, I
No.
first of all,
She doesn't
I was
really
with your
smoke.
mom.
It was?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we need to tell that story.
I know.
Later in life.
Yeah.
I had to finish being a mom. I would not have been a very good mom doing that.
I feel like for me, I would have been way more patient and maybe not such a crazy psycho competitive person and, just been a little more chill.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What do you say? If you smoked weed with young kids, what would have
Oh
happened?
my gosh, I would have lost him in a crowd. You know that.
She would have.
I would have.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care if it's when I first did it with you or just the other day when I accidentally
Did the
ingested some. And I had to call an Uber. It was 11 o'clock in the afternoon. I accidentally roofied myself.
I am
How?
dying.
Can you tell us?
Well, because I came home, I'd played like 3 hours of tennis. So I was fully depleted
Okay.
and I had a meeting of people outside. So I ran inside. I was feeling a little bit sick. So I took some, what I thought was colloidal silver in a brown bottle
Uh-huh.
and this Kung Fu cold medicine that smelled like garlic. So I mixed them together. So all I smelled was the garlic. Dunk, 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 dunk. Went out and had all my meetings, came back inside and all of a sudden, and I was getting ready to go out of town. So I had to get my hair done. And the next thing I know, I remember looking at my housekeeper going, I better call an Uber. It was 10:30 in the morning and I'm stoned off my ass.
And you don't know you're stoned?
And I don't know, but one time I had accidentally done it again with the same stuff.
Okay, so what is the stuff? What is the tincture?
It's CBD, but they put THC in it. And I didn't know that the first time.
Yeah.
And then the second time I had put it in a bottle to travel with. And it ended up that I thought it was colloidal silver.
So, question about that though. So, the guy that made the tincture,
Yes.
what did he make it specific? Did he make it specifically for your wrist? Because you're
He made, the one guy used it when he had a welding accident. So he used it externally and then 1 dropper or 2 droppers internally.
yes.
But for me, because I'm not really a stoner,
Mm.
2
Hit you
drops,
hard.
which is about how much I poured in that little medicine bottle.
Dang.
Anyway,
Nice.
so
Because
I
I-
still suck at it is the point.
I still think it's so important. And I haven't talked about this yet, but
great.
so I was in Ireland, for a week with Dom because his dad was really sick and he passed away. And it was such a sad little traumatic experience. But one day I was just laying in bed and I was flipping through Netflix and I saw something that I haven't seen on here called the Godplant. And I'm like, weed and God, absolutely. We are watching that.
Yeah.
Like, praise Jesus for marijuana. Like, of course it's called the Godplant.
She's gone to church.
When I smoke, I go to church even more.
Yeah, you do. I can see that.
So anyway, I watched the Godplant.
We all do.
She goes to church every day. Then.
I'm serious. And I am literally, you can ask Brandy, I am high and I am praising him. I walk around going, I just want to praise him. I just want to praise him. Shackles off my feet so I can dance.
Oh,
have you heard
my
the song,
God.
Just Want to Praise Him?
Is that from Sunday school?
No, it's some... you have to look it up.
Is it
Mary?
Is it Kirk Franklin?
I don't know. Yeah,
It's Miley's favorite song somehow. I'm not
you didn't. Oh,
sure
she will
how.
call me in the morning and have it playing.
Yeah.
And we are
It's
just
her thing.
jamming out, praising him. And then it is just so funny. But anyway, the Godplant. And I truly think we should be taking pure CBD oil every single day of our life.
For sure.
Because they are saying it is absolutely going to be proven that it protects against breast cancer, but the biggest one, dementia.
Yeah.
And it's because the oil, the CBD oil, we are made up of cannabinoids anyway. And that is a cannabinoid. And that it goes in and there's something in the brain that it almost is like it keeps it oiled. You know, it keeps it all like working properly. And the biggest one they're saying is like it will change the way we see dementia. So you have to watch it because it really talks about, it is so crazy how they were using weed as medicine, like in the 1500s. And then how it went into prohibition and how we have been told that it's the worst thing ever when it is actually one of the most healing plants and oils that we can use for our
It's
body.
the new mother oil.
Because the pharmaceutical companies want our
That's
money.
exactly right.
That's right.
Just
That's right.
like we used to use hemp for everything.
Yeah.
For paper, for
Right.
clothes, for they are saying like even for oil, all
Mhm.
these different things. And then the cotton makers came around and that's what the government was pushing because of some shady deal. And then hemp stopped being a thing.
You know that's when it's the good stuff.
Look
I
at you
know.
being so smart and knowing
Look
your
at her.
history.
I know.
Is it a documentary? that you
And I'm sorry, there's also like, it is so hard to believe, but I believe it with all my heart and soul. Just like people are like, well, how do you believe in Jesus if you can't see him? Faith.
Yeah.
And so, but even
do.
though, no, this woman, it was so sad and it reminded me so much of Dom's dad. No, I'm serious. You guys, her little boy was like 14 and got stomach cancer, like horrible. And like was in so much pain. And then he literally, they said that he is going to pass within 3 or 4 days because he got the infection in his blood. Was it called sepsis or something?
Yeah.
Sepsis.
And so she was like, I was so desperate. Like I just went home and just started researching everything. And she was like, I ran across somebody that is saying, I promise you, if you do this way, like you are going to see results. It may not cure him, but it's going to slow it down. And she started giving him high doses of CBD.
Yep.
Days later, he was out of critical care, then in the hospital, then out of the hospital. And 3 years later, he's still alive. And he was already like giving the death sentence. And it's just like, I really do believe that cannabis, like CBD, is.
I just have to figure out how to take it without it making me.
Well, CBD, as long as
Yeah.
it doesn't have THC in it.
Right.
And you don't
But you
heat
have
it
to
up.
have a little THC in
Yeah,
order
I
to
feel like
activate it.
that's what I think.
I think not in the oil. The only reason that CBD, I believe, and somebody Googled this, yeah, fact check. I think, and if you heat up CBD, something happens and it makes you have the psychoactive whatever. But if you're,
Psychedelic
whatever, psychedelic.
aspect of it or whatever.
Yeah. But if you don't heat it, that's why when because Dom does not smoke, and I got him just a CBD pen, but because it heats, there has to be a little THC in it. But I think with the oils, it doesn't have to have it, which makes you not have any weirdness.
I would love to try that.
Yeah. Like our friend Gabby, who is also a horse show mom
Yeah.
and my agent.
Yes.
Anyway,
mama.
but we didn't even talk about the business. Remember?
Yep.
Like when we were at horse, like I did not know even Gabby probably was an agent.
No.
And we never like, Molly was never mentioned. We were just like horse show moms.
We were horse show moms.
And it's so crazy. But she does CrossFit and she is like ripped to shreds. And she takes CBD every night. And she said for recovery, it's like nothing else she uses.
Wow.
A friend of mine at the barn in Franklin, she has 2 corgis and they're both like almost 20 years old, these dogs. And I'm like, all right. And she's a horse that's like 24, 25. I'm like, what's your secret? How do you get your animals to live so long? She says she's had them on CBD since they were like 10.
Telling you.
The dogs and the horses.
We should be taking it.
Yeah.
We should be.
You got to watch this doc because it really tells you like the history of marijuana, how it was used, how that became such a stigma, how that, and that to this day, the government does not want us to realize what it can do for our bodies because pharmaceutical companies would lose so much money.
I love a government conspiracy.
Yeah.
I do more
it
than
is not a
anything.
conspiracy. It's fact. It is freaking fact. True.
Okay. Well, should we talk a little bit about Mother's Day? I feel like we should. All right. What do you guys actually want from your kids on Mother's Day?
For them to freaking be nice to us.
Yeah. Time with them.
The bar is that low, isn't it?
It is.
It is.
We're just that simple. Because when you're a mom, you don't really care. It's nothing big. You just want time, especially now that you guys are all older. You just want time.
Did we do
and
Mother's Day at your
maybe a
house last year?
grandbaby. We were at my house for Mother's
Don't
Day.
hold your breath.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did Mother's Day at your house.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it was so pretty because Susie's house is in Malibu, and she had the table all set, and we had pizza.
Yep. We sure did.
And so
Was
nice. Molly was there
Miley
with Max's parents and grandparents.
Yep. It was generational.
Yeah.
I was not there.
Dom?
Yeah, you weren't in town. Dom came by in the day.
Oh, they were playing tennis.
Yeah, they were playing tennis. That's right.
It was such a good day.
It was really fun.
That's
We'll do that
fun.
again.
Can we do it again?
Because it's also her birthday.
Yeah.
I know. I'll be here.
Okay, good.
It's gonna
We're
be
also
fun.
going to Vegas for her birthday.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Do you
need
know
to
about
come?
this?
Yeah, I'm going to come.
Okay,
Okay,
great.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Jet Suites with Suze.
I love it.
Or Gabby's jet.
Oh, true.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
we got to get. We got to get Gabby's jet.
For
Hilarious.
It's too good.
Yes, Vegas
so
and then back
so
here.
just time, huh? Just want to spend time.
Yeah, time.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's such a simple
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
because they have such busy lives now. You guys are all so busy.
I know. I was going to say, like, how do you, I love asking Susie these questions because it's like, she's like an outside perspective. So now that the girls are older and like are in relationships and Lauren's married and like Molly's at college, like, how do you make it so that you guys do spend time together? Like,
Plan things.
you plan things?
And travel. And for example, like Molly's coming in town for work. And so even though she really didn't have time to socialize, we're going to make time. So she'll come up to my house and we'll just kind of do kind of like you do. You have a couple of days to play and then a couple of days to work. And then with Sarah, because we work together. So that's the beauty of just staying connected with our kids
know.
at this age. Because a really good mom never stops being a mother and a supporter of these great kids.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
Do you feel like you miss having them all at home, or are you like happy to have some freedom?
I mean, I'm happy they have their wings. I'm happy to have freedom, but there's nobody I'd rather be with. But my favorite gatherings are ones with, and I always say, who are your best friends? My best friends are great mothers. That's literally the strand that goes through every woman I know.
Suze.
Yeah. From here to New York.
I love that.
Yeah. They're all good moms and we all have great kids. And that's where we'd rather be.
Yep.
And or together.
That's so true.
Yeah.
And I think we kind of like the same things. Like I love just being at your house with all the kids.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Eating
just
pizza.
it's eating pizza.
Yep.
It's like so perfect. Dogs everywhere.
Yep.
Like
Mm-hmm.
so crazy.
Well, speaking of things you guys have in common, Susie is like the ultimate interior designer. Sorry,
It's ridiculous.
Tiz. Sorry, Tiz, but Susie's pretty good.
We have sister taste.
That we do have sister
You do.
taste.
Yeah.
You do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Susie's just a little more high class. Like she can get those New York vibes going. Like
Listen.
I'm purely hillbilly in LA. There's a
No.
little more just LA.
Yeah.
Like little like hippie chic LA.
yeah, you are a little bit more
Yeah.
hippie, I
Yeah,
think.
I
Yeah.
have way more like that.
Yeah.
Susie's just Susie actually functions as an adult.
Suze, how long have you loved interior design? Have you always loved it?
Oh, since I was 8 years old.
really?
I used to sit and count, like I'd be counting the squares right there when I was a little girl.
Oh my goodness.
And my grandmother, I'd say, can we rearrange your whole house? And she'd say, y'all, no, but y'all can do that bunk room in there. So we had 13 cousins and there was 13 twin beds. And she'd say, go in there. And me and my cousin would rearrange the twin beds.
That's hilarious.
Anything to just.
That sounds fun.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
That's a weird, ever since I was a little girl.
That is
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
So what do you feel like inspires your design aesthetic? Because it is very cool and very unique, I think.
You know what? Just like, not just what it looks like, what it feels like. And that's why a long time ago, I came up with that phrase, soulful design, because it's not just about what a house looks like. It's every space. It's utilizing every texture, every view, what you're doing in every little moment to create the space around you. And that to me is like the ultimate, because it's not just about a picture. It's about sitting in the space and it really affecting your moment, your day, your life.
That's exactly what I say.
That's cool.
To me, it is more of a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the only designers I think that really, like, I mean, I never have advertised because it's like, that's such a big way to sell out to the cookie cutter.
Totally.
And that's why you have so much, you put treasures in your home.
I do.
That's amazing.
Which I love. Like, I love.
Which adds the character and
Yes.
feeling. And you got soul.
I love it. Yeah. Like that chair you're sitting in. Like it had, for me, it's like, I don't know where I got it, when I got it, what I was like. It is the cutest, chicest little treasure. They call it a treasure hunt. It's in 12 South. And it's the smallest little building you've ever seen. And
in Nashville?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's curated. Like there's clothes and then like maybe 3 or 4 phones like that.
Oh, yeah.
And so like I just love like that too.
Yeah.
Just knowing that it's like it had history and
It's good.
Interesting. So when you're designing like a space or like a house, like what's the first thing that you would do? Like if let's say Kirsten was like, Susie, come in and decorate my 3-bedroom condo. Like what's the first thing that you would do? Or the first room you would work on?
I feel like it's more about how the person who owns the space is going to live in the space. So I love to spend a lot of time with the person and not just go like, this is what it should look like once again, but actually saying, what do you like to do here? What could you see yourself doing here? What would you like to stretch this space to help you do? Who else lives here with you? Does this space need to have 1 or 2 functions? And then start there and then kind of get the feeling of what they like and then try to elevate their style and some of the things to just put a whole feeling to what the words that they're using.
Super cool.
I know.
It sounds so fun. Like, why don't you two do this together?
We should.
I know. I was going to talk to you about a flipper.
We should.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun.
Well, we kind of are.
I know. We already are.
Yeah.
We're doing Molly's, so Malibu House.
Yeah.
But you guys would like do it as a business.
I know we
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
No, we should.
We
need our own
insane.
show. It would be insane.
Everything's a
my
show.
jumpsuits are so ready for some work.
Oh my
I
God.
miss them so much.
She wears her jumpsuits and she's got what I love about you too, the way you do things. Like I can overthink something. I love that you there's no real plan when you do your own house and you are kind of figuring it out and piecing it together as you go.
Yeah.
And I love that.
I like to spend time in all the places too.
Yeah.
It's weird. And I like to live in a house before I remodel it.
I
I always suggest people to do that.
That's smart, actually.
Just live there and see where the sun rises, where it sets, what you like to look at. Where is it warm? Where is it cold?
Interesting.
And then figure out what you like to do in the spaces. It takes a lot of work and a lot of thought, but it's really the difference in picture perfect in a magazine and feeling perfect when you're there.
Yeah. And it not being functional.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be like, oh, I really need an office, blah, blah, blah. But I already did this to this room and I don't want to redo it. So you're right. Like if you lived there for a minute, which is hard to do because you just want it to feel like home so quick.
I know.
But it would be the best thing.
Yeah. But you're really good about transforming a space. So you'll make it somebody's room one day and the next day it'll be in an office.
Totally.
So that's another way to go. That's also.
But that is great design advice,
It
which
really
our
is.
stoners call in all the time.
All the time.
Oh, they do?
We call it high design.
High
design.
design.
Yeah. Susie is high design.
It can be high low.
Yeah. That's my favorite.
High
Tish's
low is
fave.
the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cute. What's your favorite thing about working with Sarah? Your daughter.
I love working with Sarah because back to the motherhood, when you make these beautiful kids, and they really have so much of you in them.
Totally.
And so Sarah has lived in every space that I've ever created, and I've always lived in the places that I've done because I prefer to flip houses than do it for clients. And so, after I've made about 95,000 decisions and I'm down to some of the smaller ones, I'll be this or that, and she'll pick the one. I'll go, yes. And so it trained her brain to think the same way. And so now we sort of speak the same language. And even though we're very different in our tastes, on certain levels, we can bounce ideas off of each other and then come to a great, I think, decision. I did all my places all by myself, except for the help of Sarah. And man, it's nice to have a partner.
Oh, and like you said, and you just know each other so well, and you kind of have the same thought process, and it just you kind of can complete each other in a way. And it's so awesome.
Yeah. But we need to do one because it's my favorite. Like when me and Chip did that, did my house, I didn't have a day that I wasn't laughing and crying and getting shit done. It's literally it's a high.
It is.
It's a good feeling.
But for me, when I am in a project, just in it, it is the happiest I ever am.
I know.
It actually does. That is the one time I feel like I have the least amount of anxiety I ever have. When I am busy doing something like that,
I know.
My mind feels so good.
And we both say we're bored. You know what that means?
I know. It means not
I've
good
got
at
a
all.
cool one for us to
That
look
means I could come back with full body tattoos. I'll come back and have face tats. Shit.
Yeah.
I was bored.
I was bored and I had a rebellious,
Yeah.
So
it's a good outlet.
Suze, what's your zodiac sign?
Pisces.
You're Pisces.
Okay. Are you Pisces?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me Pisces. Well, can
Yes,
somebody read
girl.
the traits? What are the Pisces traits?
We're the oldest sign. We're the oldest sign in the zodiac.
Well, let me just tell you what CoStar says here.
Oh yeah, we're CoStar
Yes,
besties.
we are.
You know what? Okay,
We have a good relationship on CoStar.
This kind of tracks. Somehow both 5 and 50 years old at once.
Totally.
Excessively romantic.
Yeah.
No boundaries.
You're just starting.
But I'm an Aries rising, so
Okay.
I have a little bit of.
Describing a Pisces personality can be difficult because Pisces tend to evade distinction. Their behavior changes significantly based on who they're around. Pisces are just permeable membranes that pensively let things flow through them. They're cerebral sea sponges. They are boundless, diluting themselves with larger personalities to avoid having to form coherent identities.
Yeah. We're two fish swimming in opposite directions. Lovely.
Okay.
I see.
Right?
What I take away from that is somebody that can get along with everyone.
But she does.
Kind of like a chameleon. You can kind of be one of everybody. One with
Oh,
everybody.
you're
kind of
totally
thing.
that.
Yeah.
That's,
Peacemakers.
Yeah.
What is the Pisces weakness? That they often cause their own turmoil. Do you do
that's
that?
totally you. Totally you.
They're
this to a T.
That's why you always make me cry, Tizzle.
I know. I have to ask the deep questions.
She does.
Oh my
she gets me
God.
crying.
Yeah.
Dang.
This is too funny. It says they would rather marinate in a voluptuous pit of despair than have no feelings at all.
Oh, that's true too about you.
Well, I do. I
You
feel
do
my
that?
feelings.
Yeah,
I
you
do
do.
feel my feelings.
and you like to feel them.
I like to feel my feelings
Man,
and
not
deal.
me. I
Yeah.
do not.
Yeah.
I'm sweep that bad boy under the rug and keep it moving.
You guys are too funny.
But I've been described as an M&M before, so really hard on the outside and soft on the inside.
I think
so
that's true too.
that's.
But
um,
you're just
interesting.
yeah, you can be a tough cookie, but you're soft.
What are the girls? Do you know their signs?
Yeah, Sarah's a Taurus like me, and we are literally
yeah.
her
She's
daughter,
your
Sarah,
daughter from
she is-
another.
She
That makes
totally
sense.
is.
Yeah.
We are the same person.
Yep.
It's so crazy.
It really is.
That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
About so many things.
What's Lauren?
Romance, all of it.
Aries.
And then
Yeah.
what's Molly?
Molly is February.
What is February?
Aquarius.
Oh, that's Dominic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Him and Molly are the same person.
isn't that interesting?
Yes.
They kind of are.
They're very much. And she sent me the sweetest little text about him
Oh.
Yeah. after Lauren's
Wait.
wedding.
Did they? Oh, I was gonna say, did they meet?
She loves Mama T.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
So Lauren got married and Molly was there, of course. Molly, Sarah, and Lauren are Susie's three girls.
Yeah.
But Molly and Noah rode horses together, which is how we know each other.
And
But,
Rand's.
Susie rode horses too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, and Gabby.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
the only one that didn't.
No.
Oh, we begged her though.
I
Remember that?
know.
I know.
Oh, I
she
got
just
on
won't.
Comet once, which was Noah's little pony, and literally could not get him to stop. Like, I was like just, it was not good.
Yeah, riding's just never been for you.
I would literally like have to be at the chiropractor every day.
Possibly.
Yeah. Like, for real.
But you are an animal whisperer. So.
But no, Dawn was talking to her about horses, and she said the sweetest things.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
They made a
Dawn's
little
the best.
connection.
Yeah.
The
It
best.
was like, yeah, it was really good.
Okay, well, we also had this little like Mother's Day game. We don't
Is she
really
not hilarious as a hoe?
we don't
Yes,
really need
she's
to like
like,
call
"Get-
it
God
we don't
damn it,
really need to
Chase."
like call it a game, but we can just like talk a little bit like, Mother, why don't you tell us your favorite memory of Susie? I've got one too.
You do?
Yeah, I don't know if she's gonna let me tell it though.
Oh,
You can say whatever you want.
mine is just honestly the first time that I got her high.
Oh yeah. You never told it. So
No.
what's the story? What?
Honestly, if I can find the video, I'm sorry we have to put it up because
There's a video?
I was scared that I had like it was like she was gonna like. I honestly have never seen a reaction like this.
You're like, I don't get stoned. I need more. Then all of a sudden, Susie. Now, say the alphabet 10 times fast. My tongue doesn't out here. I can't.
Oh,
'Cause I'm
what'd
like,
you
it's
give her?
so
This little pre-roll or what?
I don't even remember.
It was strong. and I would be hitting it, and you'd say, take a little bit more.
Because she was like, I don't feel it at
Yep.
all. Am I supposed to feel it yet? And I was like, well, usually when you smoke it, you pretty much feel it. Like,
I
Yes.
don't when I smoke.
Really?
It takes a second for me
It
to
takes
feel
a
it.
minute.
Yeah.
A long minute.
once it hit, she literally could not. I am not exaggerating. She could not form words.
No, I couldn't.
And she was saying, my tongue just won't work. That's what she was trying. And I was like, I am freaked.
Do you remember
That
that we were
is
driving
too
to a party in
good.
Malibu, and
Yes.
the party was going down a big hill, and I had on like platform shoes, and I thought I was on top of the Empire State Building. I was like, I'm falling.
That's
Who
incredible.
was doing that? But like, I was just like, oh my God, because it was not fun for her.
I'm
It
sure.
was like, I cannot speak. It is the funniest thing.
That's her
then-
favorite memory.
And my
Oh
other
my
one
God.
is when I got what the other video I'm talking about is when she is in bed alone and decides to smoke pot. And literally calls me and like she's trying to tell me and she's laughing. So
I'm trying to tell you.
she is laughing and crying at the same time.
Oh my God.
laughing and
That
crying, laughing and crying.
That's an alarming video, and I was in love. Remember that?
Oh, you were in love. Yeah. You were very in
love.
love. We talk about it in the video and it's fucking hilarious.
We got to play a little
Oh,
clip of
it's,
that.
we might be sure not playing that.
That's
Oh.
so funny.
Wait, what were you going to say?
Well, that made me think about like Susie cracks me up. One time, Keys and I FaceTimed her, and she was like in the shower and like propped her phone up in the fucking shower and was
She
FaceTiming with like
always does
washing
this.
her hair.
If you've
and, like,
ever called me, you've talked to me
I
in the
was
shower. It's
cracking
just how I
up.
roll.
It's the
Only
funniest crap ever.
Susie.
Like, I will literally call Susie and like we've spent 2 hours talking while she's just like done everything.
Yeah.
Washed her hair.
It's so
like
funny.
vacuumed the house. Like, who knows?
It's
How
too
about
good.
when I didn't realize that remember those mirrors that close as curtains? And so one time I was FaceTiming somebody on the ledge and he was like, I've seen your ass the whole time. I was like, oh, yeah.
You
That's
are
incredible.
But I mean,
lying. I'm dead.
But I mean,
gets shit done.
It does.
Yeah.
that's so funny.
She is the funniest
No,
person.
my other favorite memory is I feel like we were at Soho Malibu. I love our girls' Sundays at Soho Malibu.
Oh,
But there was one particular Sunday where like Marta was there and Val and I think Derek.
is that when it caught on fire?
That was a different time.
we were
Okay.
there on that.
This one specific time was like it was a long time ago, and I just remember there was like some hot young guy
Oh, shit.
that I think like pretty sure he went home with you. Am I wrong? This was a while ago.
This is when I looked good.
You still look
Suze,
good.
what the fuck? You
This
look
is back
amazing.
when I was like your age.
Oh my God.
Anyway, Susie's an inspiration.
Yes,
she's
that is-
always got a hottie or a couple hotties
Yep.
or a few.
That's why I was like, she just self-destructs over
Yeah.
here. Like she loves them and leaves them.
Well, you know,
My girl,
brands, you know, I feel.
Seriously.
We just set the bar high.
very.
I feel like you all are similar.
we are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, in that way.
Because we're so happy single
Oh, I
that
know.
you really have to make a good
Mhm.
connection before you'll interrupt that.
Very true.
I think with my heart.
I know. Not everybody can be you.
Not everyone can get lucky enough to find a freaking dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Especially
Oh
on
my
Instagram.
goodness.
Only you, baby.
Well, should we do some Dear MTs with Suze?
Dear MTs.
Before you guys
Don't
absolutely
even.
go off
I
the
can't
deep
even
end.
talk.
She goes off the rails.
Do you know what Dear MT is?
Yes, dear Mama Tish.
It's where the stoners call in and ask Tish for her advice.
I can't stand it.
Yeah.
We
I
need a
need
live
great
line with them because you know they all like, where you from? You know that it's good
Oh my God, I know.
on their end.
I know.
Like an old-fashioned rotary phone. Hello?
It's
Hello.
so fun.
I know, it is good.
Okay.
Sometimes we have videos, but I think they're all just voicemails today.
Stoners.
Oh, yeah, yell at them.
I want to see videos. I love it when we get to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're always so cute.
They are cute. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Hi, Brandy and Tish. Sorry about my voice. I actually have COVID right now. So I've been binge watching your vodcast and I am obsessed. It's been getting me through quarantine, but what I wanted to call in about is I have recently gone through a breakup or still going through it, kinda out of the blue. I was dating this guy for 2 years and basically he told me that it's too much pressure to give me love and support that I need, making me feel like I'm really just too hard to love. And I ended up texting him later being like, hey, what happened? Because literally 24 hours before, everything was fine, telling me he loved me, he's here to support me.
Brandon's
basically everything was fine. And he said basically that for the past 6 months that in order to make me not upset, he's been lying, and that he actually didn't see a future with me, even though he said that he did. So
this makes me
just wondering your advice on how do we move past this and how do we have trust in a new relationship? Because right now I feel like I have major trust issues. Thank you.
She's sad.
She's okay.
She's so sad.
She is.
Should we
but
call her in bed? Poor thing.
We should call her.
We
listen,
should call her.
I have a lot to say here. Okay.
Okay.
Men are such fucking garbage.
Not all
Why
of
do they
them.
pretend it's all fine and then just out of nowhere just like break up with you and be done?
I don't know.
The thing that scares me about this, and like I've experienced it. So like the scary thing is like when they pretend for it to all be fine up until the second they're going to break up with you, like to me, like how much of a psychopath are you that you're going to sit here and just
That
pretend
is true.
and lie to my face and lead me to believe everything's fine when you know it's not and you know you're going to break up with me.
Like communicate.
Like just the sociopathness of it that you're pretending is too much for me.
Yeah.
I just like can't understand it. But this is what they do because it's easier for them.
Right.
But I just don't think that makes you a very good human. And you know what I have to say to her? We don't want to be with men like that. You onward and upward. There are so many other people out there. And like, yeah, most of them are trash. But you know what? If that trash is what's available, you're better off on your own because we don't need to be coexisting with trash.
Preach it, sister.
Girl, get your life.
We don't. Like, life is too fucking great and there's too much cool shit to be doing and the ways to spend your time than to be coexisting with a piece of trash that's going to lie to you and be fake.
Right.
I cannot. Book a ticket, go backpack through Europe and find a freaking hot European man, okay? Like, don't lay in bed and cry over the asshole that lied to you. Don't do it. It's a waste of life.
It is
really.
It's a waste of life.
Smoking.
It's a waste of life. Okay, that's my advice. What do you guys have to say?
I just feel sad because I know that feeling.
I do too.
It is
and
the
sucks.
worst, most horrible, like torturous feeling. And it is so scary. Like when I met Dom, truly, like it is so scary because it's like, is this going to happen again? Because like I like do never ever want to feel like that again for the rest of my freaking life because it felt like torture. And like it is just so scary to trust somebody again. And listen, you never know, but like I do think like there are red flags and I do think, and listen, hey, I went in blind as a bat.
That's the problem is like the red flags, like, yeah, they're always there. But when you're in it and you're like in love and shit, you don't see them. Like the smoke and mirrors of it all makes it like you just like you're in denial and you just don't see it. And that's what's so hard.
I think you can start to see it. Dr. Amen says that the first 4 months your brain is on cocaine. It is. Love is a drug, exactly like cocaine. And for 4 months, you are just out of your mind.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, he goes, if you are listening, watching, like all of it, like you should be taking freaking notes.
But the problem is you're not.
I know, but I think to protect yourself, like in that that you need to.
I know. But if you're constantly like looking for shit that's wrong,
True.
like then it's, I don't know, like it's such a catch-22 to me because like I'm just like thinking back to like my ex, like my previous relationship. And like I truly felt so blindsided when he left. But like the things he was saying in the end made it seem like he's been feeling this way for a long time. And like that was just so shocking to me. Like I just thought we were so good.
That.
So it's like, yeah, maybe if I had like looked a little harder and maybe like whatever, I would have seen that there were things wrong. But then if I was looking for things to be wrong, I just think if you're looking for things to be wrong, there's always going to be something to find.
Right.
So it's finding the balance of like being aware of things that are red flags and things like that. But also like, I don't know, I'm just such a positive person. I'm like, everyone's gonna have a bad day. Like, relationships are hard. Like, even when shit's hard, to me, that just doesn't mean like, oh, I should be done with this. These are red flags. Like, this is, I don't know. I would have just worked through it.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody's willing to do that. And that's the hard thing.
But I think you do have to look underneath every rock and do the hard work. That's
She
what I
does
always tell
do
you.
that.
You have to do all the hard work,
Mm-hmm.
but you're keeping a list of checks and balances, and you're offsetting the positives with the negatives. And you're kind of making a list, and you're looking for the red flags because of this generation of human beings that are easy come, easy go, and nobody has to take accountability for honesty and authenticity. And so I think the only way to do that is to keep at it, but keep asking the questions, never stop. But I think that sweet little girl she should do what Tish says and just have like trust again and have faith that she's going to be careful and cautious, but don't let it make you jaded, because then you got a whole lot of work to do on yourself before you can, to get rid of that trauma, before you can learn how to love again. And it's really a choice. So
it is.
I say take a trip.
That's my advice. I say smoke some pot.
Take a trip, smoke some pot. Did we help her?
I say try again.
We tried. We did help her.
You know what they say, to get over somebody, you got to get under somebody else. That's my advice too.
True.
Hey, Mama T and Brandy. First of all, I want to say, Tish, I am like your biggest fan. I think you're so cool. You're such an inspiration, and your vibes are immaculate. My question for both of you is, as a guy, single, I've been through some really rough relationships the past like 10 years where I always end up ending the relationship before it even hits a year. And I always think that it's just, me being like, foreseeing the future or whatever, and I can just put an end to things. But at the same time, I wonder if I am too petty and maybe I'm ending things too soon. I don't give things a chance. Like, do you both ever go through a situation where you're in a relationship and you feel like you see the red flags and you end it? Or do you kind of ride it through a little bit to see if it comes out on the other side? I hope that makes sense, and I hope you guys can help me.
Good question.
So yeah, sorry, I don't know if I said my name. Sorry, I'm stoned. I'm Dylan.
Love Dylan.
Okay, bye.
Cute.
Okay, obsessed with Dylan.
Good for stoned.
Okay, here's the funny thing. It's like it was really we got into it on the last question.
Yeah.
But like I feel like you probably end it just like he does when the red flags start showing up.
Yeah. I think there's a happy medium.
Yeah.
Just find
there's
the
no right
balance.
answer, right?
There's no
Like,
right answer.
but I do think that self-sabotage is a thing that a lot of people do, where it's almost like you're afraid something's too good to be true, or you're almost like afraid to find your happy ending. So you just like end it and get out before there's any like hurt feelings or anything. So like he could be doing that, like protecting himself a little too much if he finds himself like ending relationships so quickly,
Yeah.
So maybe like, I wouldn't say ignore the red flags, but maybe try to like put yourself in a situation where you're willing to try to like work through some things to see if there is something on the other side.
And I think, how big are those flags?
Yeah.
Like, like, are these like little things or are these like major things.
Like, does he wear his shoes in the house?
Right.
Or
does he wear his shoes?
is he rude to the waiter?
Or is he rude to the waiter? Because exactly.
These are different red
Because if you're rude to the waiter, you're out.
Yeah.
But I'll take your shoes in the house because you're cute. I mean,
yeah.
you know.
Okay.
Get a new rug.
Sister. Yes.
Okay, but the old her,
Yeah,
I don't know if
no.
this would have flown.
No, it would not.
That's, you know what I mean? Like,
That's right.
that's what's interesting.
She's done the work.
She's done the
What
work.
it's all about.
Yeah.
And have you seen his hot bod? I'm like, dude.
Thankfully, I have not.
He is so cute.
My God.
We
His
know.
body, I just can't take it.
We know.
So your shoes are fine.
That's goals.
Seriously.
Okay, next question.
Hey, Tish and Brandy. First of all, I love the pod. And, I've been listening for the past couple weeks to some episodes, and you're talking about dating a lot. And first of all, I'm from Southwest Florida, and I'm 20, so I'm young. And, yeah, the dating scene sucks. And I find that people lack connection nowadays, and it's hard to find connection. And so I have a question because I'm in a situation. So I have a situationship that has been going on for like 2 months. And this guy and I, really, we would be perfect, like dating for dating. But, and I'm stoned, by the way, so I'm sorry. But anyway, we would be perfect together, but our schedules are opposite. He's going to the military. Realistically, it would never work. Plus, I'm really not looking for a relationship, but we have so much fun together and it's awesome. And then I met this guy and he is awesome and he truly likes me. And again, we have a connection, but and he's obviously emotionally available for a relationship, but I can't seem to just give up the situationship just due to the connection that we have, or at least I think we have. So in your years of life, what would you give to somebody like me who is not necessarily looking for a relationship, but I value connection over lust in this day and age? So I hope you have something to say on that, and I appreciate it. And again, I love the pod, and I appreciate you opening up about yourself because not many people are real these days. So keep on. Thank you so much. Bye.
I cannot tell you how much I love our stoners.
I know.
How
So
cute are they?
sweet.
Honestly, I feel like that's what I love about this podcast is that it's just like we're hanging out with our friends.
Yeah.
She is so on it for a
Oh,
20-year-old.
Okay, so I was
Also,
gonna
I had no
say-
options at 20. How's she got 2?
Yeah, she's got 2. And what kills me is even with Domson, Joe, and Brendan, our cameraman. I talk to them because they are in this. Okay, what I'm trying to say is for me, when I was 20, I didn't think about any of this. If somebody had an emotional connection or if it was going to be bad.
She was just he's hot.
Exactly.
Yes.
I mean, everybody just was I don't know. But what I find about these guys and this age group, they're really thinking about it.
Yeah.
Some of
I
them
was
are.
not like that.
Some of them are. Here's what listening to her message, this is what I have to say about it. Because it seems like she's got this guy number 1 and guy number 2.
But number 1, it feels like she has the connection, but he's leaving for the military.
Right.
Yes, but she also said something that was interesting. She was kind of we make a lot of sense together and blah, blah, blah. When it seems like you and someone are really good on paper, usually you're not in actuality.
No, true.
Really good.
Right.
I can't tell how many times I've been on paper, he's perfect. Well, if he's perfect on paper, it's usually just not it. So if she's found this second other person and she did say they have a really good emotional connection, it sounds like to me, I would give that guy a shot. Stay friends with the other guy, whatever, because you never know, the timing's wrong, and then when it's right, it can really be a game changer for a relationship. So don't cut the first guy off by any means. Let him go to the military, do his thing.
Yeah.
Stay friends, right? But I think she needs to give the second guy a chance.
Yes.
I was thinking
You're only
that.
20.
Just because the very first thing she said about the first guy was that it might not even be an option anyway because he's going to the military.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah. And honey, you're 20.
You're 20.
Don't get into something serious.
Right.
Date around. See what you
get
like.
to know what personality that you mesh with the best, and it'll teach you more about your own personality.
Yep. And I
Which is
think
what
sometimes
relationships
I look
do.
back, when I was young, I got into so many serious relationships, so young. Like, I really didn't ever date around. I had like one serious relationship after another serious relationship after another one. But I kind of regret it in a way because I feel like if I had dated more when I was younger, maybe I would know more of what I liked and what I didn't earlier in life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
Kind of play the field a little bit.
I would hate to be like, people are just horrible these days.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's just the world is sad to me.
It's really sad.
Well, that's depressing. Let's move on from that.
Yeah.
Harry, Dom's friend Harry told me that yesterday that he like we were talking about cars or something. I said I wanted I was thinking about getting the Defender, and he was like, "Why would you do that?" He goes, "LA feels apocalyptic." He was like, literally, he was like, "I've just been seeing all over about like on the news how people are just going around and bashing people's like if it's a luxury car, they just bash it and paint it and shit." He said it's crazy.
Wow.
Like I say, why do y'all live in LA anyway?
Huh?
Why would you want to live here anyway?
Because it's awesome.
It's lovely.
Because
Where you're at's lovely.
Yeah.
Where you're at's real lovely.
I do too.
Oh God. Okay. Should we play Truth or Toke?
Please. Are you gonna toke?
Sure.
Yay!
Are you?
Maybe.
If she is, you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the game is you either tell the truth or you toke.
Okay.
Or you could. She does both. Obviously.
She is.
All right. What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever done while intoxicated or stoned for you? Since you don't drink, really.
What's yours?
Oh no, you go first. You've got a good
I'm
one.
trying to think.
Well, when I lived in Denver,
Mm-hmm.
she came out. Noah happened to be playing a show, like right when I moved to Denver.
Oh, God.
And mom came. And speaking of cute boys, I had all my cute bachelor boy friends there. And they all were loving MT. And they were all back in the dressing room smoking weed. And she got so
No, it was not okay.
stoned. So stoned that she couldn't speak. So she was being completely mute. And everyone was like, is she okay? And then she decided to go home early while the rest of us went out. And she like could not figure out how to get into my building. And I had to call someone that lived in the building and be like, can you go downstairs and find my mother?
True.
She can't figure out how to get in. She's really stoned. I don't think she's speaking. So I don't think she can speak. So just like take her to my apartment and put her in there.
It was all the boys from The Bachelor.
It was fun.
All there's a picture of me surrounded by all of them. Like,
that's the last thing you remember.
But yeah, I would say
that
was a little embarrassing.
It was very, it was not good. Not good at all.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, I was by myself, but I was so embarrassed by myself because I took one of your. Yes, it's you again. Do you remember that you came into my house one time?
Oh my God,
and
I
we
do.
talked about edible, and it was a little piece of toffee, and you left me a little square.
Yep.
And this is back when I was living in the guest house, and the whole property was like a construction site.
I remember.
And one time I was like, I'm just gonna take this and see what it's like. And I take it, and I thought I need to be in some water. I'm gonna go take a jacuzzi, and the next thing I know, I'm outside naked, and I looked for my jacuzzi for 2 hours. I was lost at night by myself. And I was embarrassed because I thought somebody
somewhere is watching this.
Yeah. Like, who the fuck took my jacuzzi?
I was naked outside. That's dangerous.
Oh my God. Susie, that is not what I thought you were going to say. That is so funny. I can't.
Telling you, it's your fault again. It was your fault. Do you remember
It's
that
always her
toffee?
fault.
I was
That
looking for
toffee.
my jacuzzi for 2 hours.
It is good thing I didn't get in there.
No, I know.
Could be dangerous.
Oh man, that's really good.
Thank God you couldn't find it.
Seriously, you might not be with us right now.
No, I'm
No.
serious. There's stories.
Okay. Is there a quirky habit or pet peeve you have about the other person that annoys you?
That she does that annoys me?
Yeah.
Oh, you go first.
I don't think there's anything.
See, if my best friend was sitting here, I'd have some
Oh,
things to
the
say.
only thing I would like if there was only one. What is it? What is
No,
it?
you go.
You
Carl.
don't know what it is?
Oh, she knows.
Do you know? And it was only because it was the most awkward thing ever. Susie has no sense of time.
No,
Oh.
I don't.
That's okay.
One time I was supposed to go meet you at the house. Oh my God, I love that house on Bonsall. Remember right at the end? The one that flooded, I think. All the that house on Bonsall Will. So I show up and just Will's there for an hour and a half. Her boyfriend, hottie, 37. Cute.
South African.
Hot. Yeah, and the realtor. And Susie's like, oh, I'm still up in northern something with Iris looking at some jewelry. Well, you just hang with Will. It's fun. I'm like, this one.
Oh my God.
But no, there's nothing about
Yes,
Susie.
tardiness.
She is so tardy.
Okay.
I'm so
What's
tardy.
yours for her?
I was trying to get her not tardy, and I was 6 minutes tardy. I thought she was going to kill me.
Honestly, I don't even care. Yeah.
All right, what's yours for her?
Oh gosh,
Is that
You
is
had
that I'm
one.
too
I
that
saw it.
way? Oh, I know one that I don't like. Maybe that I'm more like I just want to do everything at home and not go out on the town, like to fancy dinner. I am
remember
bad
the
about
story
that.
when we went to a 5-star restaurant?
Oh my God!
What did you do?
I had to ask for the kids menu.
Mom.
It was a brand new 5-star Michelin restaurant. It's where the Soho Malibu is now, and it was Nikita. And
It was so freaking fancy.
it was fancy, but it was still on the beach. And so we were like, can we go here with people who eat off the kid menu? And the guys were like, yes, no problem. Come in. And it was a table as round and giant as
Huge.
Right. And so they ordered pasta and chicken nuggets.
I was like, literally, can I get pasta with pink sauce?
It was so.
This is what she did to me in Italy the entire trip.
It was literally, and I mean,
Oh, no, it
and
was insane.
Michelin, they have to set their food down simultaneously.
Okay, and we asked for a salad, and it was like 2 celery sticks like this. And I'm like, okay.
And we were vegetarian,
I was
and
like,
so
"Do you
we
just
got
have
like a
chicken
croque
finger?"
green bean, croque monsieur with the green bean wrapped in phyllo. It was the most embarrassing moment ever because
Oh, because I asked for a dessert menu,
yeah,
and he was
you had
like,
like a chocolate sundae.
we'll be bringing that at the end. And I'm like, well, can I just get it and have it now? And he was like, no, we don't do that. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh my God.
I just want some ice cream.
I've been to a couple restaurants where she wants her steak so fucking
I'm
burnt
like,
that they won't do it. They're like, ma'am, we can't.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
I'm like, okay, you are not going to do it, but I'm paying for it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But overall, that doesn't bug me about you because I'm such a homebody.
I am too.
I mean, really.
I love being a homebody.
Yeah. I
All right,
really-
next one.
Yes.
Describe the most embarrassing thing you've ever had to ask your mom or daughter or best friend to help you with.
Honestly, for me, probably like having a breakdown in 2000. Was that 2000? Yeah, 2000. End of 21. First couple months of 22. I was a complete psychopath. Oh, you know.
Oh, we know.
Yes, you know.
Oh, okay.
Like a breakdown, like
Uh-huh.
literally coming unglued and being completely out of my freaking mind. And like literally between her and Molly and you got like I was a mess.
Yeah.
That was not fun.
No, but you made it.
I did.
Yeah, it was a good.
Here we are.
It was a good transition.
It was
What
a
about
great
you?
transition.
It was
Have
very
you ever had
good.
to ask one of the girls to help you with something that's embarrassing?
Like, because we're 55 and need a colonoscopy.
Because like cooking or something that we don't know how to do very well.
Oh my God.
I was
That's-
thinking of like some crazy shit. Like yesterday, Brendan, plug your ears. I couldn't remember if I put a tampon in or not. And I was like this close to being like, Mom, can you check?
I would die.
Because I'm so scared to put 2 in. You didn't. That's not
Yeah.
good.
No, that's
I feel like I've heard some horror stories
Yeah.
about girls that have done that.
I know.
And it doesn't end well.
It does not end well. That is
But I
a
didn't.
mommy
I
thing.
didn't.
That's a
I
mommy
figured
thing.
it out on my own. I figured it out.
But for us to you guys, I mean, half the things we do to you guys are
Oh, I
embarrassing.
know. Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
What have I done that has embarrassed you?
Well, how long you got? I mean, I would say like that era of midlife crisis was
Oh, yeah, that wasn't a good look.
that was a little rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll blame it on menopause.
We won't say
Yeah.
specifics. She flirts with my guy friends, but it is what it is. It's a little
I mean,
embarrassing,
like,
but
I'm old as the heels. I'm like, if they're going to come for me, then I'm just gonna
they're
give-
all in line, Mom. They're all in line. I'm trying to think if I've ever had to ask Miley. Miley's had to ask me some embarrassing things, which we won't say on the pod.
Molly's had to ask me embarrassing things too.
Yeah. Okay, that's all I got, I feel.
I know.
One time I had to, I think it was Kirsten. She's gonna kill me. I can't remember. One of my friends had I live in the woods and there's ticks, you know? And somebody had one like in, I think it was Keys, had got one like in her, like, not in her butt cheek, but like in the fold between your butt and your thigh, you know, like right here at the base. And she couldn't reach it to get it off on her own. So I had to freaking go over there with the match and the toys and everything and pull it off.
The match. You did not. Brandy Cyrus.
We had to get it off. And this was before she had Ryan, so I had to do it.
I am dead.
That's best friend stuff right there.
That is the funniest shit.
It was really funny.
My favorite key story. I mean, we can tell it. It's fine. Please tell Susie about the time she invoiced her boyfriend.
Do you know this story?
No.
Oh, it is good. Let me roll my sleeves up. She was dating this piece of trash man. Shocker. And he had slept over and he was so fucking drunk that he peed in her bed.
Oh.
Yes. And so, and the little fucker must have woken up and realized it in the middle of the night and went downstairs to sleep in the guest room instead of like cleaning it up or like telling her. So she wakes up to like the bed is wet. She can like feel it. And she gets up and she's so upset. And he ended up like leaving before she got up or something. But she knew he slept downstairs because the bed was messed up. And he was like such a piece of shit. And she already knew she wanted to break up with him. So he finally came back over the next day acting like nothing had happened. And she was like, did you fucking pee in the bed? And he was like, I don't think so. And she was like, no, you did. And she was like, she had just moved into the house. She's like, I just bought new sheets.
It was a brand new mattress.
A new duvet, a brand new mattress. So she literally like sent a fucking Venmo request for the amount that she had just spent on all the bedding in the bed and was like, give me your phone. And she takes it, hits accept, and then says, we're done. Bye.
And gave him an invoice. It cost this much.
She did have it typed up, but she literally hit accept and then broke up with him immediately and was like, I never want to see you again.
She invoiced his ass and made him Venmo her on the spot.
Because she wanted to break up with him.
I gotta love her.
I mean, I love it so much. Like, I could never. Honestly, I would be so embarrassed for him. I would just pretend like it didn't happen.
I don't understand, like, how is he not embarrassed about peeing in the bed?
Right. I'm surprised he wasn't gone before he went downstairs.
Me too. He definitely was humiliated.
You think?
Absolutely.
But people must pee in the bed a lot when they're drunk. This is like kind of a common thing. So one time I played a New Year's Eve show. It is, isn't it? I played a New Year's Eve show one time this was way before he got a girlfriend. And he picked some girl out of the crowd and decided to hang out with her that night. And I guess like
I'm done.
She was so drunk that couldn't like they were like, it was him and they were like, where's your room? Like, we want to get you back to your hotel room. And she was so incoherent. She couldn't even she didn't even know where her room was. So they were like, all right, I guess we'll like let her sleep on our floor or whatever. So she started out on the floor. Then said in the middle of the night, she crawled into his bed and peed in the bed. He said he like literally woke up and then like the bed was wet and then she had moved to bed. And he said he woke up at 5 a.m. to her like wrapped around him. And he said he laid there like wide awake but pretending to be asleep until she got up and left.
I am absolutely dead.
They said the minute the door closed behind her, they shot out of bed and they were like, oh my God. And she had peed in the bed, got in bed, and then just left. Like it was nothing.
Thank God I was never a drinker.
But it's a good story.
That is insane.
And I was like, that's what you boys get for pulling a girl out of the freaking audience.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. That's
nasty.
Yeah.
I would freak.
But I guess when you get too drunk, you pee the bed.
Is that normal?
Not to me.
Sounds terrible.
This was a girl. I don't know.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
That's one more reason to not get blacked out, you know?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, that was fun.
That was very fun.
I'm buzzed.
What a great... What's new?
Like my lips
you
are
didn't
all...
even finish your
my
champagne.
lips are all tingly.
Yeah.
God.
All right, well, let's sign off here to the stoners. You want to say the spiel or you don't know what it is?
No, I have no clue.
Okay. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and follow us and leave a review on Apple Podcasts. 5 stars only. Say whatever you want, but like give us 5 stars. And please tell your friends about the show so we can keep doing it and grow our little stoner community.
I love you guys.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for hanging, Suze.
I love you guys.
This was fun.
It was so fun. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy
Best
Mother's
mother that I know.
I love you.
I love you.
Y'all are cute.
I know. We are cute.
This podcast has been brought to you by Podcast Nation and Hopetown Entertainment.